You are never alone. You are not climbing the spiritual ladder on your own. You have divine support. Today we'll discover the difference between the angelic kingdom and the spirit guides, and how each is helping you in different ways. So let's start by asking, what is the spiritual hierarchy? Well, the spiritual hierarchy is a network of celestial beings that are the administrators of the divine plan. They are not God, but they work under God, assisting in the evolutionary process, and they work in all facets of life and all kingdoms of the earth. The hierarchy helps us, the hierarchy helps the animals, the hierarchy helps the insects. Every part of life is lovingly attended to. So in working with this hierarchy, we are helping to cooperate with the divine process, and we're also drawing closer to the divine, because the hierarchy is helping us get closer and closer and closer to the divine source. Now, let's start by talking about the angels. Angels, and the terminology of angel, comes from the Judaic tradition. Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael. These are all Hebrew names. And there are many, many under here. So our knowledge today, or shall we say the terminology we use with the angels, comes from this ancient tradition. In the East, sometimes the term devas are used, shining ones that help from the other side. So we'll use the term angels and angelic beings to understand this incredible support because of all the help we get on a day-to-day basis from the other side. The most help we get are from the angels. So the more we draw closer to them, the more we are getting closer to the divine source. Angels can take on human-like appearances, but we must be clear, the angels are not human. They're not in what we call the human kingdom. They're sort of a step up from there. They're our elder brothers and sisters in light. And angels have a variety of skills and abilities. There's an angel of healing, there's an angel of peace, an angel of wisdom, an angel of intelligence. Just like on earth, we have specialties that we're good at and we're skilled at. When you get sick, you don't go to a lawyer, you go to the doctor. In the same way, on the other side, there are skills, and these angelic beings support and love us. And their job is to uplift us. They can't do the work for us. They can't do the journey for us. We have to do our own spiritual growing, but they can help point the way. Now, because they're not human, we can't exactly interact with them in the way we interact with each other. And so in some ways, more is asked of us if we're going to commune in a more direct way with the angelic kingdom. We have to reach into a higher part of our spiritual nature. We have to put aside any grudges or resentments or self-serving interests. The angels aren't there to help you win the getting the lotto ticket winners and things like that, but they are there to help you be your best self, and they know what's in our best interest. So if we're asking for guidance, let's say in a relationship, maybe I want this relationship, I want this person in my life. Well, I don't go for divine support to say, well, how do I get this person? I have to also make sure, is this person even meant to be in my life? So what we have to see here is when we're working with these angelic beings, the fellowship of humanity and the angels, that they have a divine perspective. They see things from the eyes of compassion, even when we're doing terrible things, and they will support us and help point the way, but it's up to us to walk the path ourselves. They're not there to tell us what to do. They're not there to be worshiped. They don't want us to worship them because they too are looking up to the levels of consciousness and evolution greater than them. From the angels, there are the archangels, which is yet another kingdom all by itself. These archangels are like generals. They have entire legions of angelic beings under them. Now, what do they look like? Well, I know the traditional depiction of angels with wings, that was kind of done as a way of differentiating an angel from a human. Okay, and because angels can appear, let's say, in the sky or appear like floating in the room, almost like they're flying, but not flying with wings. They don't really have wings themselves. And the best way to say it is not so much that angels look human, but we look a little We have qualities of the angels. They have features, they have forms, but what's so striking about them is their light and energy and power. They have incredibly expansive auras. I mean, we're talking, 50 feet kind of a thing. So just one being, if they come in your presence, is extraordinary experience. But another thing they can do is they can work from a distance. They can send us light from a distance. They can send us thoughts and ideas from a distance. So we want to open up to them and be receptive to their inspiration and into their guidance, because they are the ones that understand our evolutionary process and what are the things we need to accomplish to achieve what we came to this earth to do. Now, let's look at spirit guides. Now, the term today has kind of become a catch-all phrase for many different things. My goodness, there's a lot of definitions of spirit guides. The way to probably best understand it is the term became popular in the 1800s with the spiritualistic churches. These were the mediums that would do seances and things of that nature. And their goal was to communicate with the other side to, in a sense, demonstrate that there is life beyond the physical veil. And the discarnate spirits that they would speak to, the people they would speak to on the other side, were termed spirit guides. And that has kind of stuck. And now as the New Age came into being, that kind of term got a little bit expanded. Also, the shamans have sort of a term sometimes related to spirit guides. But again, it gets confusing. Well, then what are the spirit guides and who are they? And more importantly, how are they related to my life? So spirit guides are not angelic beings. They're not in the angelic kingdom. Spirit guides are actually human, like you and me. But they're not necessarily my Uncle Fred that crossed over to the other side and I love very much. We have loved ones that come visit us from time to time on the other side to inspire or guide us or even just encourage us. And that's a wonderful thing when that happens, because we understand there's a continuity of life, even when our loved ones cross over to the other side. But that doesn't make them our spirit guides per se. In terms of the hierarchical order, the spirit guides are human, but they have reached a certain level of, shall we say, enlightened status on the other side. And this allows them to have a more direct connection with the actual hierarchy. They're sort of the junior of the hierarchical order. And because they're human, not angelic, we can relate to them a little more easy. It's easier to connect with a spirit guide than it is an angelic being, which is why probably the term is so much more used. And for those that are psychically inclined, they can connect with that guide more readily than they can an angelic being. And when we're first starting in our spiritual journey, they help to just kind of acclimate to this new world that we're becoming a part of, right? Because they're part of that world too. But the thing to remember is if you're looking for help in your spiritual evolution, you want to make a stronger effort to connect with that angelic vibration. It is absolutely extraordinary. When you do that, there is nothing like it, and their vibration is unmistakable. Even if you don't see them or see the energy of them, the energy they bring in is absolutely phenomenal. It is just uplifting all by itself. Just by them being there, they don't have to say or do anything. So they work with all of us, and the goal is to get more and more in tune with that beautiful vibration that are the angelic beings. They're the divine pathway. The hierarchy is what's helping us get to the divine source. In Jacob's ladder, right, up to heaven, he had the dream of a ladder that went from earth to heaven. Every rung on that ladder was attended to by an angelic being. So every part of our life, from the time we're born to the time we cross over, think of every important thing that's ever happened to you, every major event, whether it was happy or sad, you had divine support through that. So why not cooperate with it more? Because that can help you climb the ladder even faster and make life more joyful and more successful in everything that you're doing. We invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this, or check out our website to learn more about our courses and programs and books.